Good morning, Year 2. Our learning question for maths for today is, can I multiply by 2? Our steps to success say, I can draw arrays representing the 2 times tables. I can record repeated addition sentences representing the 2 times tables. And I can record multiplication sentences representing the 2 times tables. Our star words for today are array. Remember, these are pictorial representations that will help us to multiply. We've got the phrase repeated addition, which we were learning about yesterday. We've got the phrase groups of and the word multiplication, because this is the operation we are learning. And we've got the phrase multiple of 2. Remember, these are numbers we say when we're counting in twos. These are part of the 2 times tables. So let's remind ourselves, what is multiplication? Multiplication is one of our 4 operations. Can you remember our 4 operations? They're addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. When we multiply, we use the time sign. It looks like an X. This means times, multiplied, lots of, or groups of. So what can we use to help us to multiply? Can you think back over the last 2 weeks, to think of the different approaches and strategies we've used to help us multiply? The first one is arrays. These are our pictorial representations, so pictures and drawings, counters, things like that, and they're organised in rows and columns to help us show multiplication. When we have our arrays, we can then use repeated addition. This is the addition sentence that helps us to multiply. The same number is repeated again and again. This helps us write our multiplication number sentence using the time sign. You might remember this picture. Here is an array using muffins. So we've got 4 equal groups. There are 2 muffins in each group. 4 times 2. Then I can use my knowledge of counting in twos to work out the answer. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Now, there was another star word which I didn't show you at the beginning. We're going to have a look at it now. Do you want to find out what it is? It's the word product. Have you heard that word before? What does the word product mean? Well, a product in maths is the answer to a multiplication problem. Just like the word sum is an answer to an addition problem, product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So in this multiplication sentence, 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 is the product. Can you say that word? Product. And because today's lesson is focusing on the 2 times table, let me introduce you to my friend 2. It says, hello, my name is 2. I will teach you some strategies for multiplying with me. Strategies are the different ways we can work something out. So here's the rule. When a number is multiplied by 2, the product, so the answer, is that number. There's a special word underneath this green box. When I multiply by 2, the answer will always be double that number. 2 times table are one of my favourite multiplications because we get to use our knowledge of doubles, which we learnt about last week. Any number, when we times it by 2, when we multiply it by 2, the answer, the product, will always be double that number. So if you were good at your doubles last week, you'll be great at this today. So let's just remind ourselves of our number patterns, because whenever we have a go at a maths problem, a number problem, it's always fun to spot the number patterns. So when we're counting in twos, there is a number pattern. Have a look at the 100 square and see if you can spot what our number pattern here is. Yep, that's right. We're counting the even numbers. We're skipping all the odd numbers. So numbers that end in 2, 4, 6, 8, and 0. They'll be the numbers we're looking at today. So just to remind you, when we multiply, we follow some strategies. So first we have a look at arrays. our pictorial representation, our pictures that help us work out a number sentence. With those arrays, we then can think about the repeated addition sentence. And then we can finally write the multiplication sentence and work out the product. So if you have a look here, you'll be able to see some multiplication sentences on the screen. Next to it, you'll see the array, then the product, then the repeated addition number sentence. You can see for the first one, 1 times 2, the product is 2. I don't have a repeated addition number sentence because I'm only multiplying the number 2 one time. But if you look at my arrays, you can see each time I've added 2 more. So they're getting larger. They are increasing by 2 every single time. And remember what we said about doubles? Well, we can tell that we've doubled that number. So 1 times 2 is 2 because double 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4 because double 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6 because double 3 is 6. And 4 times 2 is 8 because double 4 is 8. You can see now that my multiplication sentences have got larger. If you have a look at the arrays, they've also got larger, they've increased. And have a look at my repeated additions number sentences. There are a lot of 2's now. Look at that last one. 8 times 2 equals 16. 2 plus 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 2. That takes us a long time, so I think writing 8 times 2 is a lot more efficient. And now we have all of those things on the screen except for the repeated additions. I wonder if you can read the multiplication sentences, have a look at the arrays, have a look at the product, the answer, and work out the repeated addition number sentences. So pause the video and have a go. Well done if you got it right, and an extra well done if you remembered that we're doubling. So 9 times 2 is 18 because double 9 is 18. 10 times 2 equals 20 because double 10 is 20, and so on. Right, Year 2, you have a special job now. We're going to build a house. Not just any old house, it's a multiplication house. And because we're learning about multiplying by 2, we're going to build our house by multiplying by 2. I wonder if you know the answers to these. If you know them, shout them out. The first one is the chimney. 10 times 2, what is it? Fabulous, it's 20. Next one, 1 times 2. 2. Good. Remember, whenever we times by 1, the answer will stay the same as the original number. Right, 2 times 6. 12. Fantastic. 2 times 2. 4. Well done. 3 times 2. So we're doubling 3 here. 6. Well done. 7 times 2. Help me with this one. 14. Well done. And our last one, I wonder if you can work this one out. 9 times 2. 18. Well done. You've helped me build the multiplication house. Pat yourselves on the back. Okay, Year 2, you should be whizzes at counting in twos and multiplying in twos by now. So here is your task. You're going to record the 2 times tables. That means write down the 2 times tables and write the repeated addition number sentences next to each multiplication sentence. That sounds really tricky, but what you're doing is have a look at the example in blue. 5 times 2 equals 10. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 10, because that's our repeated addition number sentence. And if you find that a little bit too easy, you can have a go and challenge yourself by drawing some arrays next to each. Remember, these are pictures, so you could use pictures or counters, cubes, shapes, whatever you like, but you have to organize them neatly in rows and columns so that we can see the equal groups. And remember, when you're working out the answer, the product, it's going to be an even number. It's going to be a number that ends in 2, 4, 6, 8, or 0, because that's our special number pattern. Right, I hope you enjoy your task. Goodbye.